The first thing I noticed wasn't the smoke. It was the silence. A silence so heavy it pressed against my ears, unnatural, suffocating. Then it came. Black smoke curling under the door, slow at first, then faster, rolling across the floor like a living creature hunting me. My chest seized. My throat scratched raw. I stumbled to the window. I pulled harder. No give. I ran to the next, sealed shut. Fresh nails. Third, same thing. My stomach dropped. Someone had made sure I had no way out. This wasn't an accident. This was a cage, and I was the prey. The alarms. They never went off. Not a single shriek. Not a single warning. Later they cried in front of the firefighters. Swore they'd tried to save me. The alarms must have malfunctioned. That's what they told the cameras. But the dispatcher had already recorded the truth. She played it back later, her voice cracking. My windows are nailed shut. They locked me inside. They want me dead. Please, they're trying to burn me alive. The call ended in silence. Not because the fire claimed me, but because I stopped begging. 6 months before that night, I thought I had married into a family. Jason's family. His parents. His sisters. All of them well-mannered, polite, and poisonous. Smiles that never touched their eyes. Words dipped in sugar but laced with arsenic. Jason himself. Quiet, distant, a man who measured everything in control and calculation. At first I thought I could win them over. I cooked their recipes, cleaned their heirlooms, bent myself into the shape they wanted. I laughed at their cruel jokes, smiled through their icy remarks. But I was never enough. They wanted silence. They wanted submission. They wanted me to fold into Jason's shadow. Couldn't. His mother once leaned in and whispered, "A good wife doesn't ask questions. She thanks her husband for the answers." I tried to swallow those words, but they rotted inside me. Then I found the will. My accounts drained, my savings moved. Joint ownership transferred without my signature. Jason had rewritten my life on paper. That was the day I stopped pretending. I hired a lawyer in secret. Careful. Quiet. Every meeting hidden, every document stored outside the house. I filed for separation. And like a fool I told him. I thought I owed him honesty. His reaction wasn't shouting, wasn't anger. It was silence. And that silence was worse. Days later locks changed. Doors sealed. The Wi-Fi cut. My car wouldn't start. The walls around me weren't walls anymore. They were bars. I wasn't a wife. I was a prisoner. Clung to hope. My sister promised she'd pick me up Friday. Counted the days. But Friday never came. Thursday night did. I'd cooked dinner, lasagna, garlic bread. Left the oven on low. Went to bed early, heart pounding for no reason I could name. Around midnight I heard it. The creak of my door. The click of the front lock from the outside. Footsteps fading. When I woke again, the air was already thick. Smoke clawing at my lungs. I wrapped a towel around my mouth. Grabbed my phone. My hands shook so badly I nearly dropped it. The screen was cracked but 911 answered. I screamed everything. The smoke. Nails. The locked doors. Their plan. My voice broke until all I could do was choke and cough. I dropped the phone and grabbed a lamp, smashing it against the window. A crack, a splinter, but it wouldn't break. My knees gave out. I crawled toward the closet, dizzy, vision blurring. Then blackness. When I woke, it wasn't fire I saw. It was fluorescent lights. An oxygen mask pressing against my face. My arms wrapped in gauze, blistered, burning. But I was alive. Barely. A firefighter told me later they'd pulled me out with only minutes to spare. 5 minutes later and I'd be a body bag. Jason had a story ready. He told them I'd fallen asleep smoking in bed. His mother arrived with flowers. Smiled for the cameras. Crocodile tears. For a moment, the police almost believed them. Until the evidence spoke. The 911 call. The hammer marks on the window frames. The insurance policy tripled just days before. Suddenly the picture was clear. 3 days later, Jason was in handcuffs. His parents too. Charged with arson, attempted murder, fraud. The prosecutor whispered to me in private. They planned to collect the insurance. They'd mourn you for the cameras. Then they'd move on, Rich. I didn't shed a tear. Not once. Through the hearings, through the trial, I sat with bandaged hands and a hollow stare. Jason looked at me once across the courtroom. Not with guilt, not with remorse, but with irritation. Like I'd inconvenienced him by surviving. He was right. I did it to spite him. The day of sentencing I finally spoke. No speech, no trembling voice. I just stood, walked to the front, and looked him straight in the eyes. You should have made sure I was dead. Then I turned and walked away, leaving him to rot behind bars. That was a year ago. My skin still carries scars, my arms still ache, but my heart has healed faster than my body. I bought my own house. Secure. With locks and windows only I control. Sometimes I still wake up gasping, lungs remembering the smoke. But I breathe now. Breathe free. People ask why I don't change my name, why I don't disappear. Why I don't hide. But I don't run from ghosts. I survived them. And now when anyone Googles Jason's name, my face appears. My story. My survival. My fire. He tried to erase me with flames. Instead, I lit a blaze that follows him forever. He thought he'd silence me. But I am louder than smoke, stronger than ash. He wanted me gone. Instead, I am here still burning.